What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome back. It's another episode of Toys in My Closet. I'm your host, Hebod. And here we have today another ongoing series, like I told you, of these brand new, well, at least brand new for me. I don't know how long they've really been in the market, but from the company 3 zeros, from the mobile video game smash hit Honor of Kings. Today we'll review the Zhang Fei 6-inch figure, and you see he's in the same window box opening with the same motif as the first review that I did of Zhang Yong, I believe. I don't want to keep sounding like I'm mispronouncing it, but I believe that was his name. And let's take a close dive at him today. And he is from the series of the Honors of Kings. This is the second figure that I'm going to dive in and review. So let's take him out of packaging and let's see what he has to offer. Okay, guys, so here we'll take a closer look at the box that he comes in. We'll bring it over like this, and as you can see right there, it has the 3 0 logo of authentication in metallic red. Bring it on down. It says Zhang Fei in metallic with the writing. This is the name of the game, Honor of Kings, in the Japanese writing, or Chinese, I believe. Then you have here the depiction of the character in a promotional shot looking really nice, as you can see. And on the side, Zhang Fei again, 3-0, or I think that's the label of 3-0 in that writing as well. Then we have over here 3-0 in the bottom, the label of authentication, as you can see. Then we turn it on this side and it says another beautiful metallic writing again, and the title. Then we turn it around and now we have a beautiful Zhang Fei from the top, as you can see, and then a beautiful picture, a promotional screen of him, picture of the figure in all of his glory, a seal of metallic vac metal looking that says 303A of authentication, and then obviously their logo there, 3-0, as you can see there, and the promotion of the game, as you can see, and then legalese in the bottom, and then in the very top, which I showed yesterday in the other review, here we have the silhouette of the fat character in white with the name of the game, Honor of Kings, in a nice metallic vac metal. So yeah, there's a closer look at the packaging in detail, and as you can see, it keeps with the same aesthetic and motif for those mint on card collectors. All right, guys, and here we have Zhang Fei out of packaging, and look at him in all of his glory. He looks absolutely spectacular. So let's take a closer look. He has so much going on. He really is splendid to behold in your eyes. He really looks really spectacular. Let's take a closer look here at his face and his portrait. There we go. As you can see, you see all the nice details. He looks a lot more detailed, in my opinion, than Zhang Yong. Zhang Yong has a really soft face with not too much detail in the skin tone, but in this case, he has the bandana there on his ponytail, the hair, the nice wash of brown and black in the hair. Then he has the nice detailed eyes with the tattoo lines across his forehead going down in red, the nice beard goatee, and coming down, connecting, as you see there. he has real hair that was attached to him, to his collar. I hope it doesn't shed through time. You see the black piece in the neck there, as you can see with the blacks, and you can see his neck, and the red painted really nice. All this beautiful candy apple red on his shoulder armor or pads, or pauldrons, whatever you want to call them, with metallic golds, nice black wash, so much attention to detail all over, that come across the chest as well, as you see there. And it's a metallic candy apple red with the matte red as well, the sheen gold there across to the other side. Then you have this metal piece of armor, which would be in the metal torso area, in the plate of the torso. You see the nice blacks pearlescent with those little circular dots that look like glitter almost inside of the gunmetal silver gray, with the gold there, red with gold metallic. It comes down to his plastic piece here in the skirt area that is actually made out of a material that feels like it's material, but it almost feels paper-like as well at the same time. So very nice detail with all the golds and red, very nicely done. And it has, bendy wire, as you can see in it. It feels very much like Zhang Yun, where it feels very, very delicate. So you gotta, you can definitely tell this was intended for adult collectors, not for younger kids. As you see here, going down, he has a strap coming down from one of the shoulders pads, as you see, also bendy. Really nice with all this detail, with the whites and the reds and the golds. Then you lift up the shoulder. He has another shoulder pad there in the armor with some silver, as you can see, with the candy apple red. Then you have highlights of like a purple underneath here. The suit inside, his bodysuit is like purple or a light maroon or plum. And the wrist guard, also the arm guard, forearm. You see all these attention to detail with the gold, the red, the matte reds, the candy apple metallic, the gold on the elbow, and even on his gloves. All this black, attention to black and detail black. Well, it's attention to, hold on a second, sorry. He has all this attention to black on there, as you can see, right on the hand, right, with red, and has open fingers on the gloves. Same thing on this side. Then you see the belt on him has like a teal mixed with a darker, maybe a lighter navy blue. This is the back by the buttocks area. You can see the details there in the pants and on the skirt with this, looks like an M kind of symbol in gold with the metallic red on the plates on the side of the skirt. You see the same thing, metallic red with gold with the outline in matte red. Then you come here to his pants, as you can see, and it's all in that plum purple. And then we go down to his knee pads, our nice matte red, and then the rest of the boot going down to the feet. All the details in metallic red, some matte red with the gold, those black washes, the gold there again, silver right on top of the foot area, gold in the back. Look at this. This is beautiful. Gold in the back. Very, very nice. This is impressive. Very impressive. And the matte on the red, and then with these almost Egyptian-like Persian type shoes in the bottom, with the tips and go and with that pointy tip with the metallic red. So overall, this figure is a sight to behold. As far as the detail goes, I'm very, very impressed. And he is probably the star of this line for the moment, because I haven't taken a look at the other guys yet. But as you can see there, he looks absolutely phenomenal. And, there's no denying the attention to detail. Remember, these figures are higher end products from 3.0. And it actually shows. It shows very well, it translates very well, especially with this figure. He doesn't feel as delicate as young. Oh my God, the one I reviewed first is Zhang Yong, I think it's Zhang Yu. We have over here Zhang Fei is very, very different than Zhang Yong as far as what he feels like. Nothing feels loose and coming out and popping off, which could be quality control, of course. So now let's take a look at his accessories. So first we'll start off with, just like Feng Yong, you see here that he has his spear, and it comes dismantled, and you basically have to put it together. As you see, this is one end, this is the bottom tip, really nicely painted with the metallic red, the pointy silver, gunmetal silver with the black going all the way up, and then this is the top part where we have beautiful design also. As you can see, very beautiful design right there, with the bunch of metallic red that matches his outfit, obviously his armor, and it has like a hint of orange within the metallic red and the gold, and when you move it you see that orange, but when you look at it from a distance, I guess the camera is showing it more, it just looks red, but it's almost like a two-tone color. It looks really beautiful, the attention to detail and color that they put on them. So you just put it in like so, and there we have the actual full spear. And just like Zhao Yu, he brings a set of 3 hands, 6 hands in total. He has the 2 closed fist hands, the 2 gripping hands there, like so, as you can see right there. Let's see if we can focus this in. Gripping hands, and then he has the semi-open hands, like he's going to cast a spell. There you go. And then he brings sets of pegs for the hands in case they break. You have, because they are very, very little, you have a set there to replace it. He also brings this very beautiful colored in piece of paper instruction manual that shows you how to put them together, how his articulation works, his weapon works, and the display piece stand that comes behind him. And I think it's almost like an altered eco power that follows him. But it's made in form of like a totem pole or a totem behind it. And then the warranty sheet where you can actually register your character, your figure, and give you, I guess, replacement to change him or to get him exchanged if anything happens. Now, the real star of the show is, let's back off here just quite slowly. As you can see, there is this beautiful, beautiful backdrop piece that he brings right there, and that is a display piece that goes behind him. Let's get in a little closer. That I believe is like a piece of relic that's supposed to represent his powers that he has. I'm not familiar with the game itself, so I can't really say because I don't play it. But this is what what I'm gathering based on how it's being displayed with the character. Wherever he goes, this thing is behind him, following him. So they put it as a display piece with a stand. You put it all together. It's pretty easy, self-explanatory, even though they tell you how to put it in the actual manual. But if you look at it, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's not really difficult to put together. But this thing is, you know, really, really beautiful. Let's take a closer look. As you can see, all the beautiful details it has inside with the gold and the metallics, all the nice intricate details. These tips here for each of these are like a dragon's face, as you can see. Really, really nice with that black and teal looking blue, but it's actually black. It's coming off as teal in the camera. Then you see it there as well. This piece in and of itself is worth probably the admission of price. Then you see here on the top, have the golds with these beautiful dragon-like tail symbols in the top and the end of the top, flame on the top, and it continues in the back too. It has detail in the back. As you can see, it has a face of like a demon or some type of dragon, mystical dragon. And then the red metallic with the sphere round circle and gold. And in the front, you see it's black. I kind of feel like it should have been gold in here and black in the back. But, you know, I guess that's based on the design of the game. And then the gold trimmings, gold on the corners here. This piece right here by itself is absolutely stunning. It's gorgeous. Very Japanese, very feudal Japan, very samurai looking, feeling, mystical, has a very majestic kind of feel and look to it. And it looks great. So I think this piece alone is very impressive when you display him on the shelf. So now let's take a look at Zhang Fei's articulation. Alrighty then, and for Zhang Fei's articulation, we'll start off with his head. First and foremost, his head goes down this much and goes up pretty much nothing because of that piece there that's in the back of his neck. He does move his head left and right, and he does have tilt. And then the neck piece is on a separate piece, so you have a nice range of movement on the head. Feels really smooth too. Then we have the shoulder pieces that actually move up and down. And this is so when you move the actual arms, it gives you a better range. So we'll move the arms up, and even with that piece there on the shoulder pad, the arm goes up a nice amount, I would say. See how small pegs are? The hand popped out, I gotta pop it back in. I'll do that in a second. He has a single in the elbow that goes up a little bit past 90. He has the swivel on the bicep. And then let's put this hand back in really fast. Gotta be careful because it's so small, the peg, so it's very delicate, like I said. Then the hand hinges up and down with the ball peg and moves it in circular motion. So for his area here on the torso and waist, he does have the torso or the wrist, waist swivel, right? And then it moves around in this very nice ball joint to give you a nice range of movement. He has no cut on the torso, obviously. It's more than likely to preserve the sculpt of the torso area, but he does tilt very, very well. And then of course, if you want to count the dress pieces, they articulate as well to make it look like it's billowing with the wind. Then if you come down here to his dress, skirt, and crotch area, these plates here move up and down also. They're also on a hinge, you know, to give you that movement and freedom in the legs. The legs, I believe, have a drop down and drop up mechanism, as you can see, but you got to push them all the way in like so they look. And then he has the articulation there right in the front. So we'll move this up, and so you can see, so they can close in close. And then you just move the leg up like so, So he can move his leg up that much. He can move his leg back. Oh boy, you gotta be careful. It popped out. And then it's in an awkward position. So we'll put this up like so. Match it there with the socket. And it pops right in. Then you let them go back that much, which is a nice amount. And then you have here a single on the knee, which is headed very well because it has the sculpt of the clothing, but it also swivels on the boot on the top. Then over here in the foot, you could bring it down. Oop, that popped out that much. Bring it forward, got that range, left and right, and then it has rocker and pivots with the double hinge ball joint. So as for articulation, he has a very nice amount of range, even though he's missing doubles on the knees, doubles on the elbow, and a torso cut. So, you know, and plus he has the swivel there on the top of the thigh. Plus you can split them all the way like so. He does the Van Damme split, what I like to call, because it's iconic with Jean-Claude Van Damme, obviously. So as far as his range of movement, as you can see, you got to move this up as well, so it can match up. And then once it's matched, you can bring this down. As far as his range of movement, he is very, very good in the articulation department. He doesn't disappoint, especially with all the detail of his armor and that he has. I think he moves extremely well, and you know, you guys will be quite happy with him when you go to pose him. So now let's check him out with his accessories. So here we have Mr. Zhang Fei with his only weapon, and obviously accessory and the background display accessory that follows him. And he looks absolutely stunning. This is definitely a piece that will be very impressive on your shelf. My biggest problem with this figure so far is that because his accessories are so heavy, right? And they look so, you know, so nice and heavy that the joints on them are just too loose. So it has a tendency to keep on falling over. But if you can find the right balance, it'll stay there. It'll stay there. Don't get me wrong. It'll definitely stay there. Like if you want to move stuff, a lot of stuff pops out. This is very, very similar to the way figures are with, you know, SH Figure Arts, Reveltech, Figma, because they use such smaller joint pieces, they have the tendency to just pop out. And you know, even though it's not really to the point where you're going to worry if it breaks, but it's annoying if when you're posing. You have to have a lot of patience, a lot of love, and a lot of care to make sure you don't break them. So you know, he looks quite stunning. You know, like I said, you guys, this video or having him, looking at him through a video, really doesn't do the justice of what he looks like in person. There he is from the back. He looks quite, you know, breathtaking. As a display piece, I have no doubt that this is going to catch people's eyes big time. It's beautiful, and for a piece that is in the price range of $55 and $60, I think he's well worth it. So let's take a look at him, you know, in size comparison next to some other figs. So here he is next to the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Comic Book 1000 Batman and the DC Essentials Comic Book Wonder Woman. And you can see the disparity in size. they are quite smaller, but in person they actually look really nice and good close together. Even though I already posed him, so he is a little taller, and so is she. He stands just about the same height. Really nice, just to give you guys an idea. And here is what he looks like next to the G.I. Joe Classified Hasbro Pulse exclusive Snake Eyes, and the other beautiful Hasbro figure from the Star Wars 6-inch Black Series line, Count Dooku, by the now legend, and may he rest in peace, Christopher Lee. And here he is next to the DC Universe comic book Multiverse from Mattel Black Lightning, and the Articulated Icons Soldier Ninja, which these figures are really awesome. The only problem with them is that they loose and their joints get loose. Their joints get loose, very quickly. But looks really nice, next to each other. And here he is to the Black Widow MCU Taskmaster, which he has a lot of detail, so he kind of really goes well with him since they're both highly detailed, and a more basic gray Articulated Icons Green Ninja from the basic line. And as you see, the size are pretty decent. So really fast, let's do a really quick measurement on him with the ruler, obviously, the measurement ruler, which clearly someone touched in my home, even though they weren't supposed to. But let's take a closer look at his measurement, and you can see that he stands at about 6 inches. His ponytail is a little bit more around the 6.5. So there he is, just for a quick measurement. So at the end of the day, this Zhang Fei figure, okay, I keep mispronouncing, Zhang Fei figure, is absolutely stunning. I think he's well worth adding to the collection, as you can see here, with the two figures I've reviewed so far sitting and standing next to each other side by side. They look quite spectacular. They look nice, especially if you're into the more Japanese aesthetic and style, and plus the fact that they're based off video game characters makes it even more appealing. So I would say I recommend them, and you should definitely add them to your collection if you see fit and could afford to, obviously. So there you have it, guys. That is my review of the Honor of Kings Zhang Fei 6-inch action figure from 3-0. And again, I hope you guys like my review. I hope it was informative and helpful enough that it would make you or help you with your decision if you want to pick them up and add them to your collection, or if perhaps you were just curious and wanted to take a look, or if you were on the fence and didn't know if you wanted to get them, and now I might have helped you change your mind into wanting to get them and pick them up. Either way, leave a comment down in the section below and let me know your thoughts, or if you already own them for that matter. So leave a thumbs up if you liked the video, or leave a thumbs down if you disliked the video. It's whatever you feel after the review. And as always, share my videos with someone you think might like the video as well. And if you're new to my channel, hey, welcome. Thank you for stopping by and taking the time. And if you subscribed, I'm very, very grateful that you did, because I know you do not have to, but if you did, remember, I consider you now part of my family. If you guys ever want to follow me on social media, I am on Twitter under Hebot Powerful Gamer, and on Instagram under C_respect. I'll soon have my Facebook Hebot page up and going. Hopefully it's very soon. So I'll advise you guys when it's ready to go. And if you guys have the means and have any interest in any way, shape, or form to maybe help me out in the future or my channel with any type of kindness and donations, it's all in the description down below. Or DM me if you want me to review a figure and you want to, have it sent to me. I'll be more than glad to make the arrangements. Either way, it helps the channel go a long way. So here's your host, Hebot. I'm signing off with another episode of Toys in My Closet. Keep hunting your figures out there. Keep the love, keep the respect, and more importantly, be safe in these trying times, because it's very dangerous and your safety and your family safety is most important. And hopefully with these reviews and these videos, I can help you escape and have a sense of maybe normalism or a sense of happiness brought to you. See you on the next one, guys. Bye-bye.